horse quote unquote look like they're dancing. Maybe you've seen it during the Olympics or just random videos online. Have you ever wanted that pony, but your parents said no because it's too much work? Well, I'm going to tell you kind of the basics behind it and how they're able to carry those people and have the muscle memory to do what they do. I've been riding horses for around 8 years now. And the last 4 years, I've been training horses, specifically in the work to get them to the point to do this quote unquote dance. I've been able to work with some very famous people from around the globe, thanks to wonderful connections I've had. So, to understand horses and the groundwork and how they're able to dance, you gotta understand the history, what is in-hand work, and the benefits that you and the horse receives. Let's start with the history. Horse training has been around for about 2,000 years. That's a really long time. You gotta think about it. They were mostly used for the military. So these horses had to be trained to go into combat and be able to have people on top of their backs that don't know what they're doing and be able to support all the weight that's on there. How do they do that? Well, there's these people that would train them in a certain way to have their muscles built up. We'll get to that in a second. But the sad thing is, this technique has been lost over these times. And because it's been lost, people have been training horses. It's not quote unquote wrong, but it's not beneficial to the horse. So it's something called cowboying. When you hear cowboys, you think about the Wild West and stuff like that. But really what it is people go, okay, we're gonna take this horse, it's never been handled, it doesn't know what to do, you're gonna throw a saddle, reins onto its back, and you're gonna be like, you have to carry this rider. Well, what about the muscle it needs? What about the strength? What about the connection you need for your horse to be able to trust you and know what you're saying? That's what we're gonna get into. So what is in-hand work? So according to WebHorse, which is a website that has a bunch of elite trainers on it, they put it in hand work is an enhanced strength by allowing precise coordination and posture, relieving the spine, and contributing to a health and straightening carriage. 3 strength building and handwork aims and targets muscle development, helping tension and promoting the overall physical health of horses. So that's what you're looking for. That's what we're trying to do in life. So you really gotta break it down. What are we looking for? Do you guys actually know what a horse is? I thought I did. I didn't until you really have to look at why we're doing this. And another quote by Horsemanship Journal, who really, they take these aspects and dive deeper into it that these trainers have found, says, using minimal equipment to train them in ways that they would learn independently, not interfered by humans. So that's really what you're doing, is you're trying to train these horses and not interfere. So you have to look at who they are. So I've had to sit out in pastures with these horses, and I thought I knew all of them. I thought I knew this horse so well and all this. I didn't at all. I had a whole new life. I'm just like, oh, when I asked this from this horse, he's doing it because he has to, because he doesn't think he has a choice. We're giving them a choice. This connection work and bringing this old time stuff in is giving them the choice. So what does in-hand work look like? So this is from the Athena program, which I was lucky to get trained into. So what it is, so these are the horse's hindquarters. So basically their butts. So you're building up the muscles there and in the front. So you're asking them to do certain movements to build the muscle. So you can really do it in 3 different ways. Over there, you got the circles. So that gets them to bend their bodies and build those muscles, so when you ask for a certain bend or something, those muscles will start building up. And then but that is after you get the horse to know what they're thinking about. So you first gotta ask them like, hey, I need you to move your shoulder. That's hard. They're not used to moving sideways like that. You gotta think about it. They're natural instinct animals. They want to go forward and back. So this is a lot. And all with this, you have to work on like lunging techniques, which is just also building up muscle and getting to listen to the view. And with it, you need connection. As you can see, I've spent multiple times working with horses. Multiple horses, they're never the same either. I always try to try a new horse, be like, what do you need that nobody's giving you? Now we gotta look into the benefits. Self-awareness. You get self-awareness benefits out of this as well. You learn what to look at and why the horses are saying no to you. And you gotta question why they're saying no. One interesting thing that Kim Carr, she is my instructor, and she has dove deep into this line of work and helping humans connect with themselves and horses. She told me horses have a 20-foot radius where they can feel anything in their presence. That's a big radius. Now think about when you're on top of them, you got them feeling on you and feeling your emotions. That's a lot for them to take in, so you gotta control your emotions. Then it builds strength and then trust. Rupert Isaacson is one of the famous people I got to work with. He said, trust yourself so you know what you're doing so your horse can trust you. That's a very important thing. So now that you know what handwork is, the history and the benefits, you can go out and find local barns that have this program and you can try it for yourself. Thank you.